So here's another podcast about movies. Burn after watching.
Hello, welcome to the Burn After Watching podcast.
Hi.
Today, we are talking about the Oscar picks and prediction. The nominations are out, and we had basically been working for the last 2-3 weeks, catching up, trying to watch all the movies that have been nominated that we haven't seen. And
we did pretty well.
Yeah, and we are now ready to give you the verdict.
We have a lot to say.
Who do we believe should win if we were the voter? Who we believe will win because we are not the voter.
We are not.
So let's get started.
We
selected 10 or 12 of the biggest categories that we feel like we have the most to talk about. We're not going to talk about every single categories here, but let's jump into the first one. And I think that we should get started with the screenplay categories. Let's get started with the original screenplay. Here's the nominees: Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdover, Past Lives, May December, and Maestro. Right away, May December. Only nomination for May December.
I know.
Sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
We'll talk about this a little later.
Yeah, but I think overall, I would
wasn't
say
surprised. I mean, it was...
Maestro is the one that I could do without. I guess there's no Saltburn.
It's okay for me. Sorry, I know you love it.
Yeah. Listen, I think this category to me feels pretty locked. I do believe that the front runner is Anatomy of a Fall because it's nominated for so many other like Oscar, Best Movie, Best Director. It's
and
a
plus,
big...
it's not in the international categories.
It is not. It was not selected by France to be their movie to represent France. So it's not in international, but it still made it into Best Movie, Best Directing, Best Actress, and a bunch of other things.
So what's your pick and prediction?
To me, like it's Anatomy of a Fall is my prediction. I would actually pick Anatomy of a Fall. It's not my favorite film, but I do think the screenplay is very solid.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I thought you would have picked The Holdovers.
The Holdover is my favorite film.
Okay.
But I can recognize that Anatomy of a Fall, the screenplay, is more interesting. It's a little bit more complex.
I agree with you. I think my pick would be Anatomy of a Fall. And my prediction that is going to win, I think, is also Anatomy of a Fall.
I'd be very surprised if it lose. Cool for May December. At least they got one nomination.
Yeah. So
they can say they are Oscar-nominated film. But that's pretty much it. I mean, let's jump into adapted screenplay. And this is another one where it seems like it's pretty locked. I think there's a mini race happening here. But the nominee are
mini race:
Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, American Fiction, and The Zone of Interest. And this is where Killer of the Flower Moon didn't make it in. Surprising, I guess. I would say, I don't know which one I would take out, though. Maybe American Fiction? But, I mean, the script was pretty good.
I didn't love it. I think, so for me, my prediction that's going to win is... I'm still debating on this because Best Picture is going to go to Oppenheimer. So maybe they're going to give it to Poor Things. So my pick would be Poor Things, and my prediction is also Poor Things.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, I think Barbie is the front runner. I feel like Barbie's going to miss most places, and I think that's where they're going to say, here you go, here's your Oscar.
I don't think so.
I mean, they're going to win like
They're going to win like hair and
song.
makeup, best song.
Hair and makeup, I don't know.
We'll see.
My pick would be Oppenheimer. I think the work, the script, it's not necessarily a film that is... It's a true story, so it's not insanely complicated of a script, but I think the effort and the scale of the project warrant a win. So I would pick Oppenheimer, but I do think that Barbie is my prediction here. I really do think they're gonna throw this one. It was written by Greta Gerwig, and she's not been nominated for director, so I think that's a way to say good job on Barbie. So I'm gonna predict Barbie to win.
I don't feel they deserve that Oscar over Oppenheimer and Poor Things, even Zone of Interest. No,
but I think Barbie.
I don't think it's gonna win.
It was harder to write a good Barbie movie when you think about what you're starting from, a doll, to make a movie that was, even though I didn't love it, that was as impactful as it was. It's really good writing. Like they really push. Like,
that's why I think Poor Things is gonna win.
Poor Things is I haven't read the book
because it's not gonna win Best movie, so it has to win. You know, and Yorgos Lanthimos can't win Best Director either. So
I mean, there's still
'cause
best
maybe-
actress. There's best score. I
Yeah,
think they
but
have
no.
chances other places. No?
I really
Okay.
think Poor Thing could win.
We're going to keep track of this and we're going to
Yeah.
look at how accurate we were. But
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. So, sorry, your prediction is
Poor Things.
Your pick is Poor
Poor
Things.
Things.
Okay. Just keeping it real. Okay. Let's go into our next one. Let's hit costume design and makeup and hairstyling. We're going to start with costume design. The nominees are Poor Things, Killer of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Barbie, and Oppenheimer.
This one is hard. Even though I just want to say, even though we didn't we hated Napoleon.
Yeah, it's
honestly, we didn't like it. But I'm happy for them that they get this nomination in this section because costumes were amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really good job. I still don't think they're going to win.
No, me neither. But I'm just happy for them that they have a nomination. So my pick for costume design would be Poor Things.
Me too.
But I think Barbie is going to win.
See, that's interesting. To me, Barbie, like the costume are just regular clothes.
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
No. All the dances, sequences, everybody matching, the dance on the beach, everything Margot Robbie's wearing. Like,
but it's just regular clothes.
Yeah, but we kind of get used to them because they're in the movie and you kind of don't pay attention to them. But the costumes are amazing.
But to me, why Poor Things is more... And so I agree that I would pick Poor Things.
Yeah.
And I think it's not sure for me that Barbie win. I think it's probably a favorite. But because it's more normal clothes, where Poor Things, there's a non-real world aspect to it, where there's a little bit of abstract. I think it could have an edge. But I understand that...
To me, I have the same thinking that you have for adapted screenplay, but for costumes. So they want to reward Barbie, and I think this could be... This could be a good...
my pick is Poor
section.
Things. I think they deserve it the most.
They so deserve it. My pick is Poor Things as well.
I think my prediction is probably going to be Barbie, even though
Same.
it's probably like... I would rather Napoleon win than Barbie to me. It's just too
It's
normal.
just but it's not though.
It's just everyday
It's
clothes.
No,
it's nice.
it's the colors together.
But it's all
the textures.
It's still everyday clothes. Like I
but
can walk
it's-
into
I
a
know,
store and buy this stuff.
I understand what you're saying, but the stylist that did that job and the costume design, because you think it's just regular clothes that they can get at wherever, but it's actually everything was made and everything was thought through. And I understand what you're saying about Napoleon because it's military from the time.
Yeah.
So I understand,
But that's what I mean. It's a lot harder. Like Oppenheimer too. It's the 40s, the 50s. So like you have...
It's hard.
Not only you need to do a good job on the color, the cut and everything, but you have to be historically accurate too.
Yeah.
Barbie doesn't have to worry about that. That's why to me, in terms of complexity of work, Barbie is the less complex one of the five here.
But being complex is not the only...
No, that's true. Of course. But also they did a good job.
Factor. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard.
So prediction, Barbie, pick Poor Things.
Yeah.
I'm going to copy you. I think it's the same.
Good.
Let's go into makeup, hairstyling.
Yeah.
Nominees. Poor Things, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Society of the Snow, and Golda.
So Golda is the only one we haven't seen.
Yes. So, I mean...
I guess...
Like, we're just not going to take it into consideration. Yeah. To me, best makeup and hairstyling, my pick is probably Poor Things again. I just love the approach, and I think Willem Dafoe, if you didn't have Willem Dafoe and like all the prosthetic and like its face, if that was not in the movie, I think then it's out of competition. But the combination of all the work done on the ensemble plus all the change to the face of Willem Dafoe, I think
and the
takes
fact
it
that
over the edge.
her hair grows throughout the whole movie, I agree with you.
Small details, but even though it's my pick, I think the Academy won't look at those such small detail. So I'm actually leaning Society of the Snow. It's not my favorite work of all this, but I do feel like, one, there's a chance to nominate again, to give an Oscar to a film that is coming from another place, from Spain. And I think also it's probably the only Oscar they have a real shot at. So to me, Society of Snow might be the front runner here. But I wouldn't be surprised if Maestro win, because the nose jobs that Bradley Cooper get is really impressive.
His
The
skin aging.
Yeah, it's really good. And again, Bradley Cooper have the same kind of like narrative of like he's been an Oscar nominated before. Maestro doesn't have a lot of chance anywhere, so maybe that's how they nominate. So actually, yeah, prediction: Society of Snow, pick Poor Things.
My prediction is Maestro.
Okay.
My pick is Society of the Snow.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
To me, that was really impressive for them. I know you have your issues with some of the makeup, especially towards the end, because it's really exaggerated to make them look like they lost a lot of weight. But throughout the whole movie, to achieve that the spectator feels that they're freezing to death is their hands, their nose, their skin, their whole bodies.
It's really well done.
It's really well done. So that would be my pick. But I think Maestro could win here.
I agree.
But I agree with you that Willem Dafoe in Poor Things is genius.
But it doesn't look real, right?
No.
Like Maestro do a better job at making it look real, but because it's a fantastical
it works.
universe,
It's like
it doesn't
Frankenstein.
have to look real. It can look a bit quirky, right?
I
And
agree.
It works, yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Poor Things win.
Me too. Poor Things is like always second or third in almost every category. It's like it's doing very well across. Let's go into score.
Nominees are Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killer of the Flower Moon, Indiana Jones. Can we talk about this? And American Fiction.
So we haven't seen Indiana Jones 5.
We won't see
but I know,
it, but
I know what it
okay.
sounds like. So, and I assume it's very similar to the normal Indiana Jones.
I mean, it's good. It works for an adventure movie, but
and it was a big
doesn't deserve
surprise.
nomination.
People were not expecting it to be nominated anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's in real contention. But again, you can never count out John Williams because he's a legend. So obviously, like he always has a shot. To me, my favorite score and my pick is Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
It's just intense. It's driving. It's moving you through the story, and you really need that when you have such a long film that is about very complex idea. And I think it's my prediction. My prediction too.
Oh yeah.
I think Poor Things is so unique that it's starting to hurt its
I
chances.
understand. My pick would be Poor Things.
Yeah.
Because it's so different.
So good.
It's so good. It's magical. It's great. But you know what?
Corky.
My prediction is Killer of the Flower Moon.
Really?
Yes. I think if they're gonna win something, it's going to be score, because there is a lot of native music, a lot of native musicians, and I feel that could be rewarded. It was great. Do you remember it?
Yeah. No,
It was great. It was
amazing.
Really
well done.
So I think they're gonna win. That's
What
my
I like about
prediction.
Killer of the Flower Moon is that's very unique. You can take that score and put it to a different movie and it work. Where
Like
the
Poor
Oppenheimer
Things.
score, I think Poor Thing you can make it work. It's almost horror a little bit. Oppenheimer too, like the score could work in other film where the score of Killer of the Flower Moon is unique.
So unique.
It takes some of the subject of the film into the subject of the
Yeah.
film into the film.
Yeah. That's
which-
why I'm choosing it.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the score in American
Yeah.
Fiction. Honestly, I don't understand.
I think
this
it was super
nomination.
basic.
Yeah.
It
To
was
me,
weird.
like May December was way more interesting. I'm so pissed that May December has only one nomination. We're gonna get through the actress category.
Yeah.
I am so pissed.
I think though what you would like most of the May December stuff is more the sound design than
Right.
the sound like the score.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
So I don't know if it would fall. I don't remember what the music itself is. It's a lot
It
of
was
piano.
more like kind of
quirky,
dramatic
overly,
TV show.
yeah. Okay, let's do editing and cinematography. Let's start with editing. The nominees are Oppenheimer, Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Poor Things, and Killers of the Flower Moon.
My pick is Oppenheimer. And I think Oppenheimer is going to win as well.
I'm gonna agree. Picks prediction Oppenheimer. I don't think
It's absolutely stunning.
I don't
It
think they can
deserves
lose
it.
this.
No, me neither.
it's weird that both Oppenheimer and Killer of the Flower Moon are 3 hour long movie, but even though they are both great editing wise, the pacing
Yeah.
and the editing of Oppenheimer really makes it feel like a shorter film. And like, it doesn't matter if it feels long or not, because Killer of the Flower Moon is a great film no matter what.
Yeah.
But it really feel like it's driving you into the
very
next scene
fluid.
always. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, and pick and prediction for them.
And
I hope they win.
I think they do. And like, just me being an editor, trying to picture how, like, the nightmare of editing Oppenheimer.
Oh gosh.
Like, to me, I would never want to edit Oppenheimer. I feel like if you give me a couple years, I could edit Killer of the Flower Moon. It wouldn't be as good, but like, I could get there. Where Oppenheimer, I would be like, just no, thank you. I would just like quit. Here's my
Resignation.
I'm leaving. Yeah, I think it's a lock. I don't see anybody else taking this.
I'm glad though. Just want to say just want to mention the holdovers, because it's very seamless, and that is just part of the job. But their editing was really great.
I love that they use, again, this is one of those that a lot of the subject of the film and the era goes into the production side. So they use a lot of long fade in between scenes, which is something that in the 70s they would do a lot more of, like those quick, harsher cut are something that we do a lot now. But before, they would go into fade in, fade out, where the image overlapped for a long time. So and because it is so overly inspired by the 70s film, same thing with like the voiceover in the trailers and the way they shot the film, the color grading, everything is like into the, like, stuck with the era in such a nice way. So I think it's a very inspired editing, but it's definitely not something that make you win.
I knew you were going to have something to say about the holdovers. You love it so much.
Love it. Favorite film of the year.
Okay.
Cinematography, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Nominees: Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killer of the Flower Moon, Maestro, and surprisingly, El Conde. We talked about this movie on one of our episodes, and I was really surprised it was nominated. But I'm happy for them, because one of the things we thought when we saw that movie is, wow, it is beautiful.
It was the best thing about the film was the way it looked. And like, this director, like El Conde didn't do well at all. Like, this is the only nomination. It just got dropped on Netflix and forgotten really quickly.
I'm happy for him.
Pablo Larraín,
Yeah.
I mean, we love Spencer. We haven't seen Jackie yet, but it's on our watch list. And, I'm excited. He has another film coming out next year. And I'm just excited to, oh my God, it's that Angelina Jolie opera singer film that he's doing next. Which
nice.
Like, he does a lot of woman biopic. And I love that.
Oh, we loved Spencer. It's one of my favorite movie of all time now.
Oh. So for me, it's a tough one. Personally, I think that my prediction is Oppenheimer. I don't see Oppenheimer losing here. Again, I think because most likely they're going to win Best Director and Best Film. If you don't win cinematography or editing, it's really weird and hard to get to Best Film and Directing in my head. So I think my prediction is Oppenheimer. My pick is, I'm not impressed. I love all those films, the way they look, but none of them are like, holy shit, wow. Like the way that Dune made me feel, the way that Blade Runner 2049 made me feel, the way that The Batman made me feel, like visually just impressed. None of those films, like, actually, Poor Things. I'm going to give it to Poor Things because I'm thinking about those boat and like beautiful sky shot. So I think Poor Thing is my pick. Sorry, I went through like this. This all happened in my head.
But that's, I mean, it's not easy. It's really not easy. I'm going to give it, my pick is Poor Things.
Woo.
My prediction is Poor Things.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're going to go for it?
I think so. Because to me, there is not a doubt in my mind that Poor Things cinematography is above Oppenheimer.
Your prediction is based on what they're gonna do. I feel like a lot of time they like one movie sweeping.
I know, but that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like, give a chance to everyone. And here, to me, Poor Things is really on top of its game, and it's superior to all these movies.
I mean, Oppenheimer is really
I know,
good.
but
the black and white.
Yeah, but it doesn't make me feel the way that Poor Things did.
I think Poor Things is more flashy.
I don't know because normally flashy is kind of a negative word.
So no, flashy in the sense like it flex is cinematography. It's like, here's like how good it look. Like, it's really in your face.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, just in a very like self-aware way.
Yeah.
Where Oppenheimer is definitely like, it's a lot more
Subtle.
somber,
Yeah.
gray. But like when you think about like some of the shot in black and white, some of the work around the explosion,
Oh yeah.
it's really well done.
Oh yes, and even
Stuff
I
on-
have to say, like, we really didn't love Maestro, but the cinematography is really pretty.
It's
real
nice.
pretty.
I mean, for me, the red scene just
Yeah,
scrapped
I
the
know.
whole
Yeah,
movie
me
and the
too.
last shot.
Yeah. Okay.
So Oppenheimer is my prediction.
Yeah.
My pick would be Poor Things.
Poor things. Poor things.
Poor Things is running away with the
Things.
Oscar for Mary.
It's such an amazing movie. I mean,
Awesome. Okay, let's go into.
Actor?
You want to go into it?
Yep.
Okay, let's go supporting first. So let's do supporting actor first. Nomination: Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things, Robert De Niro for Killer of the Flower Moon, and Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about this group. I mean, I think
Me too.
You can switch Mark Ruffalo for Willem Dafoe if you want. That's a kind of a preference thing at this point.
I guess it's because Mark Ruffalo had such more screen time,
Yep.
so I think that's why.
And I mean, except for that, I mean, I think Sterling K. Brown really liked this performance.
Me too.
So I'm not mind the inclusion. I know a lot of people wanted Charles Melton from May December to be in, or even Dominic Sessa from Holdover. It's tough. I
tough.
think Sterling K. Brown is as good as them, so I don't mind the inclusion. And I mean, though, it's my prediction, and I think it's probably like set in stone. Robert Downey Jr. to me is my prediction. Even
Okay.
regardless of what you think, I think at this point you won every other award for Best Supporting. It seems like it's his moment. There's definitely this feeling where he's overdue to win, and I think it's 99% chance it's him. I think I would pick Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo for me in terms of like the range, and I know its role is a bit cartoony, but it's not as, it doesn't mean it's easy because it's cartoony. I think he walked that line very well.
Yeah.
And his character is essential to the film. It's one of the most essential supporting role. I would say maybe Robert Downey Jr. and Barbie are the other one that are like really driving the story in a major way. But Mark Ruffalo, I was really impressed, even though I didn't love the characters because you're supposed to hate him. He made it hateable in the perfect way. So I think I would go Mark Ruffalo. That's my pick.
I didn't love Mark Ruffalo. Like, I agree with you that it's not because it's a comic role that is easy to play, and he made himself for people
Hateable.
to hate. Yeah, for people to hate him. So that was well done. My pick is my prediction. Okay, so I think I would pick Robert De Niro, and I think he's going to win.
Really?
Yeah. Robert De Niro, we haven't seen him on screen in a long, long time. And he is so good in that role. He is amazing.
I agree. But I don't think he has a chance to win.
I think so.
I think if it's not Downey Jr., it's Gosling. It's 99% chance Downey Jr. and 1% Gosling, and everybody else are just there to be there.
I don't agree.
I mean, like, I don't... Even Gosling, I'd say it's probably less than 1% chance. Anybody else, nobody won anything. I mean, I understand anything can happen, but like, I can't even... I mean, De Niro, I think, is like 4th or 5th to win.
Well, let's see.
But I do agree that he deserves it. But obviously, everyone here deserves it.
To me, Robert De Niro was better than Robert Downey Jr. I think that his performance was a little bit forgotten because the movie released early in the year, but do you remember like how he is in that role?
I feel like I've seen De Niro does this before.
Oh,
though.
not me.
Like he does a lot of like
yeah.
this. I mean, not recently, but like in his earlier film. Also, he already won a couple times. So it's like, obviously that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on to supporting actress, where the nominees are Divine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers, Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer, Jodie Foster, Nyad, Daniel Brooks, The Color Purple, and America Ferrera for Barbie.
Woo.
Let's go.
Okay, I mean, again, prediction: Divine Joy Randolph. She won everything. I don't think anybody else have a real chance. I think I'm gonna go pick prediction: Joy Randolph.
Me too.
Blunt, I like, but not enough. Ferrera, I didn't
She was
love.
okay.
Like the film overall was good, and she was great in it. But that's pretty much it. And Jodie Foster is just it's ridiculous that she was nominated.
I agree. It's really too bad that instead of Jodie Foster, it should have been, to me, Natalie Portman or Julianne Moore for May December.
100%.
I really love Jodie Foster, but it got better throughout the movie. But the first 30 minutes is like, who am I watching? Who am I even watching?
It was bad.
It was bad.
The first 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and even if the last hour was better, it was still not
Great.
nominee caliber.
I agree.
It was not even close to that.
Yep.
Like so many people deserve it more. So yeah, I think it's Randolph for me.
Yeah, me too. Pick and prediction. And I really, really, really loved her in The Holdovers. She's such a force because she doesn't talk that much, but the scene where she bursts into tears is so powerful because she's trying to be so strong all the time. She's there for everybody. And yeah, she deserves it. I hope she wins.
I agree.
Yep.
I think she will. Let's go actor. Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction. Coleman Domingo, Rustin. And Bradley Cooper, Maestro. We haven't seen Rustin, though I believe the majority of people believe he's in last place in terms of chances to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think the race at this point is between Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti.
I agree.
They both are the one that won the most award, or the only two that won award prior to the Oscar. I think Cillian Murphy is the front runner. To me, it feels like it. But I think Paul Giamatti could come in because, again, with prediction, you have to think about who is voting here. And the Oscar, Giamatti has been around a long time.
Yep.
He's been nominated once. He never won. Cillian Murphy is a lot younger, and he has a lot more time to win his Oscar. So there's this feeling where, is it our last chance to give an Oscar to Giamatti? So that's a chance. That's Giamatti's play. But to me, Cillian Murphy would be my pick. I think he's the best performance this year, and he plays through years, right? From young to old. It's very intense. His character is not a flashy, screaming character. So for me, picks and prediction is Cillian Murphy, but I wouldn't be surprised or mad if Giamatti win. I think it's a great role.
Me too. I really agree with you. Paul was amazing in The Holdovers. Yeah. He carries a lot of emotion as well. But Cillian Murphy is just, his performance is... It's great. I mean, he deserves it, and I hope he wins. But like you, if Paul wins, I'll be really happy. I love him. I love his performance, and he has a long career, and it would be the time to reward him. So, but I honestly believe Cillian Murphy is going to win.
I would be surprised. I think Cillian Murphy is like 95%. I would be, though. If anybody else win, I'd be mad.
Me
Jeffrey
too.
Wright was good.
He was okay.
But shouldn't win. Coleman Domingo, we can't tell. Bradley Cooper would be the most industry kind of like, shake my head, pat my back, you pat my back.
I don't think he's going to win.
All right.
Okay, so best.
What are the most
actress?
Hard categories.
Yeah,
actress to me to predict. Go for it.
Yeah, Lily Gladstone, Killer of the Flower Moon. Emma Stone, Poor Things. Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fall. Carey Mulligan, Maestro. Annette Bening, Naiad.
First of all,
Annette Bening, to me,
get out of here.
I can't even believe that she was nominated for her performance. And we actually watched Naiad just to see her performance, and it was bad.
Worse than Jodie Foster.
It was bad.
Like, bad.
Yeah, really. And I'm so pissed that she took the spot. Like, anyways, she was nominated and took the spot of Julianne Moore or Natalie Portman in May, December. Natalie Portman in May, December did an impeccable job.
Amazing.
Such a wide range of emotion.
Yep.
I can't believe Annette Bening was nominated.
It just stinks of like Hollywood, I know people type of things.
Though, on a positive note, I really, really loved Carey Mulligan and Maestro. Like, the four of them, Lily, Emma, Sandra, and Carey, are amazing. The four of them, it's so hard to pick. My pick would be Emma Stone in Poor Things. that was such a complex role to
Yeah.
play. My prediction is Lily Gladstone. She was amazing, and she would be the first Native woman to win an Oscar, and she really deserves it. She was good, but to me, her role is more like erased. She doesn't talk as much. Her emotion is shown through her face,
It's
and most
restrained.
of the movie as well, she's in pain because Leo is
Yeah.
trying to basically kill her. My pick is Emma Stone. I think Lily Gladstone is going to win,
I'm also gonna pick Emma Stone. I would say,
and Emma Stone already won an Oscar for La La Land, so
yeah, but
she could still win.
I think she could still win.
I hope she wins.
Emma Stone is my pick for sure.
Yeah.
In terms of prediction, I would say that Gladstone, Stone, and Hooler, all three have, I would say, almost 30%,
I
30%,
agree.
30% chance.
Yeah, I agree. with
Hooler,
you.
I think, is not being talked a lot.
Yeah.
But the fact that Anatomy of a Fall made it through all those categories, even though it didn't get nominated for Best International because it couldn't, because France didn't submit it.
Yeah.
I think also there's a lot of people thought she could even get nominated for supporting for
In
Zone of Interest.
Yeah.
So get supported twice.
Yeah.
But she didn't. But like the fact that there was so much support for her to potentially get 2 nominations in performance the same year tells me like she's a strong contender.
I agree. But in Carey Mulligan, honestly, in Maestro, she was really, really, really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, I mean, I'll be happy with anyone except obviously
Benning, yeah.
Annette Bening.
I think Mulligan doesn't have a chance. I think this year there's just too many great performances. And
Yeah.
This year there's just so many great movies in general. It's
Yeah.
been a great years.
Oh yeah.
So it's a really tough competition. I think Mulligan in a different year, even like last year, she might have a
Could've
better
won.
shot. So I'm going to go Emma Stone as my pick. I'm going to go Emma Stone as my prediction.
Yeah.
I think Gladstone, I really like her performance, but I think that it's cooling off the hype.
Yeah.
But I could totally see it just for the
But to
historical aspect of it.
Emma Stone, her role was much more complex.
That's the
and
best
she's
performance.
there the whole movie in a
Yep.
fantastic world where, anyways, yeah,
She's
she
leading the
really,
movie.
really deserves it.
The movie fully
Yep.
is around her.
Yep.
Where,
You know what? I'm going to change my prediction.
Yeah.
I think she's going to win. Yeah.
I
and
think
I agree
so.
with you that the hype kind of
Cool down.
cool down. Lily is great, but she's not there the entire movie. She's
Like if you move your preference and your opinion aside, I think Stone is the true best performance.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
2 left. Best director.
Yeah.
The nominees?
Nominees are Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan, sorry, Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos, Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese, The Zone of Interest,
Jonathan Glazer.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Justin Trier.
Yeah,
Tough one.
tough one.
Because here, do you go for who made the best film? Because the director is the maestro of making the film. He's in control. He's making the decision. Or do you go for the person that actually can deliver the best individual, like the best direction to its actor, the best direction for the cinematography?
Yeah,
the
that's
best
what I'm
direction?
going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
My pick and my prediction is Oppenheimer for Christopher Nolan. I think I do think Poor Things is very impressive. I mean, every movie here are very impressive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad, I think, for anyone to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, again, Christopher Nolan, the scale of work, the amount of things that he had to like overlook, I think it's just an achievement. You know, when movie become achievement, that's where like you're like, okay, like this is next level stuff.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Yeah.
yeah.
My pick is Poor Things. My prediction is Oppenheimer. But at the same time, you know what? I agree with you that it's such a complex movie, Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't talked about The Zone of Interest yet, but we loved it.
Yes.
I'm glad he got a nomination for Best Director. Plenty deserved.
Yeah, plenty.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. You said that last time. All right.
Okay.
Quickly, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about best international feature. We've seen 3 of the 5. We actually, next episode, we're going to do a full breakdown. We will have seen 4 of the 5. Zone of Interest, Society of the Snow, The Teacher's Lounge, and Perfect Days. So the next episode, we're going to break down the 4 film. We're going to do a full episode where we review all 4 of them individually. But we can, for now, as of today, I've seen only 3. Just let's do our pick and prediction.
Yeah, we saw Zone of Interest, Society of the Snow, and The Teacher's Lounge. My pick is Zone of Interest. My prediction is also the Zone of Interest. I really, really loved Society of the Snow, though.
Surprisingly
it's a great movie.
Check it out.
I didn't love The Teacher's Lounge. It was fine. But yeah, Zone of Interest, loved it.
And the other 2 that were nominated is Perfect Days from Japan, The Captain from Italy. I'm going to agree. Picks, prediction, both Zone of Interest. I do think Perfect Days have a chance. So tune in for the next episode if you want to hear us talk about Best International Feature. We're going to do an episode highlighting those films.
Plus our watch list.
Yes.
The last one. Best Picture. Oppenheimer. Poor Things. The Holdovers. Killers of the Flower Moon. Anatomy of a Fall. The Zone of Interest. American Fiction. Maestro. Past Lives. And Barbie.
Woo!
I mean, that's great.
Great list.
A great list. I wish May, December
Me too.
was there.
And Saltburn to me.
I understand. I get why American Fiction is in this list. I didn't love the movie. Also, we haven't talked about Past Lives, but we didn't love the story. We liked the movie. We liked the cinematography. We liked the acting, but didn't love the story.
Yeah.
So to me, hey, it's in the list, but I will not be voting for it.
Yeah, to me, it's a great bunch of film. Like, there's nothing that I'm like, I can't believe this made it in.
Me neither.
Personally, I would take out Maestro and Past Life, and I would put Saltburn and
May, December.
Yeah. Just personal opinion here. I'm okay with American Fiction. I liked it enough.
Yeah.
But like, to me, again and again, my pick is The Holdovers because that's my best film. So obviously that's the one I would pick. But I think it's Oppenheimer, my prediction. I don't see anybody else win, to be honest. Like, I really, at first, for a second, I was like, is Poor Thing or Killer of the Flower Moon, like, is someone else really, or The Holdovers, is there a chance? But I feel like the more I get closer to it, it's like, nah, it's Oppenheimer.
I understand. My pick is Poor Things.
Yep.
Because it is my favorite movie. But like you, my prediction is Oppenheimer. I think there is really no doubt in my mind that is going to win Best Picture for 2024. And it's great for him. Christopher Nolan, he's
deserved.
Yes, it's a great movie. And I can't wait to see if Cillian Murphy also wins for Best Actor, because often.
Which one are you the most excited to find out who's going to win?
Best Actress.
Me too. I think that's the most interesting one. Like, Best Actor, Giamatti versus Cillian. I'm interested to see if there's a doubt in my mind that split second before they announce it.
Yeah.
But to me, everything else seems pretty solid. So like, actress is the real one that I'm like, ooh, like, and the person that is the front runner is not necessarily the person that I want to win. So there's a bit more
unexpected. And
which film do you think will have the most Oscar at the end of the night? I think it's Oppenheimer, right?
Me too. Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Yeah.
So the Oscar are March 10th.
Okay. So I guess the episode that will follow the Oscars, maybe we could just do a little quick follow up on how accurate we were.
Yes, I'm gonna keep track of what we did, and we'll see how accurate we were both.
Great. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, pretty much anywhere where you get your podcasts, you can find us. Subscribe, follow. We are getting so close to Dune season. I can feel it.
I can't believe you got tickets for like a kind of a premiere.
Early
access to at IMAX. So we're going to go see it on the 26th. 25th.
Yes. 1 week early.
That's cool.
Woohoo! So cool.
Okay, guys. See you later.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.
Ciao.
Love ya.